So today, I have decided to share with you a story that will make some of you to hate me. A friend of mine wanted to start a business. I have money to help him, but I said no, I won't help you. Why is that? I will explain that in this video. So I have this friend that we grew up together. I like him. I hope he liked me too. But at some point in our life, we parted ways. He decided to be an employee. I decided to build a business or die trying. That is not where I'm going with this story. Where I'm going in this story is this. One day I visited him and I saw this phone with him, this big phone. And I was like, oh, how much is this phone? And he told me how much he bought the phone. Knowing his income, I know he probably have to save his income like 2-3 months to buy that phone. I was a little hungry. But because he's your friend, what do you tell your friend? I couldn't say anything. Years after, he wanted to get married. And, he did this big wedding. So much that I think I wouldn't be exaggerating if I think he spent like 2 years of his income on that wedding. I was like, okay, do people live like this? Yeah, of course, I know people live like this, but you don't expect your friend to live like that. Sometimes after, I visited him and I saw this furniture, in his home, fine furniture, and I was, okay, how much did you get this furniture? And he told me how much he got the furniture. Again, my friend probably saved like 6 months to get the furniture in his home. Whoa, really? As in, people live their life like this? Oh, no problem. It is your money. Then, sometimes after then, he came to me and told me, I have this business idea. It is possible to do this. I can achieve this with this. I can do that, this. And I need X amount of money. Then I look at him. Okay, sorry. I won't be able to help you with that. Why? I'm not sure how some of you will take this story. Let me just tell you this straight up. Nobody is going to make sacrifices for you except they are sure you have made 10 times of similar sacrifices on your own. People are not just going to think your business idea is great and I have some money in the bank I'm not using forever, so let me throw that money to you. People are not going to do that. The only reason somebody is going to be willing to risk something on you is if you have risked times 3 of that on yourself. So let me tell you this. So some of you will know that I'm really a bad person. I received so much help, from people when I was trying to build my businesses. Especially the first 8 years of my life, which happened to be the toughest time. A whole lot of people sacrifice their resources to help me. So you would think about this. Oh, this guy is actually bad. If a lot of people sacrifice their own resources to help you, why don't you sacrifice your own resources for your friend, right? Okay, so let me tell you this. I live my life sacrificing everything I have got before I'm able to convince other people to sacrifice a part of their resources for me. It is a simple math. If you spend all your resources to look good, to please other people, and people around you actually know that that is how you spend your resources, and you hope that one day one of your uncles, one of your friends who seems to have too much money can just throw to you $10,000 just because he is your friend, you are not getting something here, and that is nobody is going to trust you enough that you have the capacity to maintain their resources when you have not sacrificed your own entire resources. So when I was struggling in the business world, if I come across you and I meet with you and I tell you what I have done the sacrifices I have made, the first thing you think about is, really? But nobody make sacrifices the way this guy is making it. Nobody sell all their things. Nobody use the cheapest phone. Nobody wear the same clothes for 3 years. Nobody is willing to put their life on the line for their vision. If this guy is actually as crazy as this, if this guy is willing to sell everything he has, if this guy is willing to wear one single cloth for years, if this guy is willing to put his life, his very life on the line, no, I will be safe to put my resources in his hand. It is a simple math, yet I don't know why people don't understand it. So let me tell you a story. Sometimes ago, PayPal was sold, and Elon Musk happened to be the largest shareholder. So he got something like $180 million from PayPal. You know what that crazy guy did? He invested every dollar of that money into new business ventures. Then he went ahead to go and borrow money from his friend so that he could pay for his rent. Oh, maybe you should pause this video and think about that for a moment. Normal human beings don't do things like that. Normal human beings think about latest Ferrari, latest mansion. Normal human beings don't make sacrifices like that. So, do you know what happened next? Everybody in the world wanted to invest in this guy. But why won't they do it? I mean, this is not rocket science, my people. You don't have to be smart to understand this, that people will go with you if they are ready to go just a little farther than they will be willing to go. People will be enthusiastic about your vision if they can see that you are willing to die for it yourself. Why won't you want to invest in people like Elon Musk when you know that this guy has made enough money to make him live a rich life for the rest of his life, but he would not spend a dollar out of that money? He took all of this money and invested it into new businesses. And he now turned to you and said, okay, I have invested everything I have now. Can you please come and join me to invest so that we can do something together? So what are you going to say? What you are going to say is, okay, if this guy could be crazy enough to take everything he had and invest it into this business, it means this guy believes so much in his business that he will be willing to die for it. And if a man is willing to die for something, why won't I support him? Because if a man is willing to die for something, he will sacrifice everything he had to achieve it. So you are safe. Back to the story of my friend. Why do you expect me to give money to somebody who is stupid enough to go and buy a phone that is as expensive as his 2-month income? Why will you expect me to invest my money, even if I have $1 million in the bank account, in somebody who could use 2 years of his income to do a wedding? You don't know how I did my own wedding? So get the background story here. This is Africa. In Africa, people blow their money on weddings, parties, burial, and stuff like that. You know what I did when I wanted to get married? I invited, I think, is it 2, 3, or 4, 5 of my friends? So 3 of my friends were there, and some of my family members. Now you can count the number of people in my wedding within 1 minute. So you really think I will believe you are smart if you are foolish enough to put your 2 years revenue on a wedding? So I would think, oh, this guy is smart with money. So because he's my friend, let me invest in him because I have too much money. Or I come to my friend's home and I know his income, and I'm seeing furniture that is as expensive as 3-5 months income of my friend. And you think, I would think, oh, my friend is a smart guy. He knows about money a lot. So if I throw $10,000 to him, he is going to do well with his money. I'm sorry, nobody in the world does that. So Are you willing to get other people to believe in you? It is a simple math. You have to believe in yourself first. And you won't say it with your mouth. Your actions have to show it. If you don't believe in your business enough to sell your car and go and start that business, why do you want me to invest in that business? So if you don't believe in your business enough to go and sell your furniture because of that business, why do you expect me to believe in that business at all? Oh, if you don't believe in your business enough to move away from a big home you are living now and go and live in a small home and use half of your rent you ought to pay in a big home to start that business, and come to me and tell me and said, Steve, oh, I started a business because I believe in it so much. And I ask you, okay, how am I sure you believe in it so much? I have to move my family from a big home and go and live in a poor neighborhood and use the money I ought to pay as rent to start this business. Then I would think, okay, this guy seems to believe in himself truly. Or you tell me, oh, Steve, I own a car that is too expensive. I have to sell that car. I went to go and buy a bike or buy a used car just to use that money to start a business. Then I would think, oh, yeah, this guy seems to know what he's talking about. But I'm sorry, you have not done that. You have not made any sacrifice. You have not done something out of what everybody would do. And you say, I'm your friend. I'm sorry, call me whatever name. I don't believe in you. And the reason why I don't believe in you is because you don't believe in yourself. So I can keep on repeating everything I'm saying in this video, and it will come to the same thing. And that is, nobody in the world is going to believe in you, except you first of all show that you believe in yourself. Go and do something crazy. Go and do something that people will say, do you want to kill yourself? Don't you care about your health? I mean, why will you live without a car? Why will you live in this poor neighborhood? Go ahead and do those difficult things. Then you have certificates that can make other people to feel like, oh, this guy is worthy of our trust. This guy is worthy of our resources. Until you do that, I'm sorry, stop complaining that nobody helps you because you don't help yourself. So this is a rant and I'm shouting. Sorry,